What's up, fans? Welcome back to the show. The Bryce is back. I hope you guys are having a good day. And as you can see, I'm wearing my Detroit Red Wings jersey, so switching it up. Obviously, the past few times I've had NFL jerseys on, but we're going to switch it up to hockey today. I got Steve Yzerman, number 19. He's the current general manager of the Detroit Red Wings, and they're on a 4-game winning streak, beating the Oilers last night 5-4 in the shootout. So I heard that on the radio today, and I was like, man. And they're playing some good hockey. That's good. And I think they're 4 spots out of the wild card for the playoffs. So you just keep winning, man. And the Red Wings might make it to the playoffs this year. But yeah, lots going on with the Red Wings. Tyler Bertuzzi might get traded, and Dylan Larkin wants like $8-9 million. I think Oli Mata just signed an extension with us, a 2-year extension. So Steve Yzerman's making some moves, but yeah, lots going on, lots of hockey still to be played. They actually play tonight against Calgary on the road at 9 p.m. Check it out. Should be a good one. Hopefully they can extend their winning streak. But yeah, switching it up today. Obviously got this jersey from Chris at Big House Jerseys in New Haven. Guy's a great guy. This was only $40. He sells hockey jerseys for $50. This time it was $40, and then obviously NFL were $30, and then he has sales sometimes. You buy 4 for $100. So yeah, good quality jerseys. Check it out. New Haven, Michigan. Big House Jerseys. Check it out on Facebook. Just type it in, Big House Jerseys. You'll see a picture in the background of the Big House in Ann Arbor. So. But yeah, got hockey on today, and yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day. Let's get right into it. So let's talk about that crazy-ass Super Bowl. So I got my wish. It was a back-and-forth battle between the Chiefs and the Eagles, and ultimately the Chiefs won 38-35. Great game. Both quarterbacks duked it out, had a battle of the ages. Patrick Mahomes, 21 for 27, 182 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, 27 for 38, 304 yards, 1 passing touchdown, 3 rushing touchdowns. I think he's the only quarterback to score 3 rushing touchdowns in the Super Bowl. But yeah, on 15 carries, 70 yards, he did that. So yeah, nothing to be ashamed of if you're Jalen Hurts. He obviously had a great game. I mean, he definitely stole the show at Super Bowl 57, and it's just unfortunate his team couldn't back him up, couldn't win those last couple of plays, obviously he had a fumble, the only takeaway in the Super Bowl early in the game. I mean, there's a lot you can say about the game as to why the Eagles didn't win. And then, obviously everyone's talking about the ticky-tacky holding call. Yes, he tugged on the jersey, but do you call it in that situation? I wouldn't. I would like to maybe let that one go, and possibly this game could go into overtime, because after that, obviously the Chiefs just ran out the clock. The Eagles had 1 timeout left. They had to burn it, obviously, and then Chiefs were just wasting that clock, and then Harrison Butker comes on and kicks the game-winning field goal with like 7 seconds left. So definitely a great Super Bowl, one of the better ones. 38-35 was your final score. Lots of action, back and forth battle. Got my wish, as I mentioned. But yeah, Pat Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, 2 young quarterbacks, duking it out, leaving it all on the field. Both teams, both the offense and the defense. You just gotta love it. And then Isaiah Pacheco had a decent game, 15 carries, 76 yards, 1 touchdown. Travis Kelce had 6 receptions, 81 yards, 1 touchdown. Devontae Smith had 7 receptions for 100 yards. And then obviously there was a play where he caught the ball, but he didn't maintain possession. So obviously in 2023, we still don't know what a catch is. But it's crazy shit going on. But yeah, the officiating was okay, I think. Could have been a lot worse, but no, I give it a solid like a B minus maybe. But yeah, no, I didn't see anything wrong with the officiating. But yeah, the Chiefs win their Super Bowl again. Patrick Mahomes, once a 2-time Super Bowl champion, 2-time Super Bowl MVP. So now they're kind of comparing him to Tom Brady. I think Patrick Mahomes has a little ways to go, but he's definitely up there. In this new era of quarterbacks, he's definitely at the top. He leads the pack for sure. And then you got guys like, Josh Allen, you got Justin Herbert, you got Jalen Hurts even, and maybe throw Trevor Lawrence in there. Those guys are leading the pack now in terms of this new age quarterback, the running style quarterback, throwing it in 40, 50 times a game, scoring 3 touchdowns. I know fantasy owners love it, just like myself. So, yeah, it's crazy. But this new era of quarterbacks, he is definitely the leader, Patrick Mahomes, and he proved it in the Super Bowl, winning the second Super Bowl championship, his second Super Bowl MVP, and then obviously he won the league MVP, and that was the first time since Kurt Warner did it in 1999 that a quarterback won league MVP and then the Super Bowl in the same season. So yeah, lots going on in the Super Bowl, lots of crazy moments, but yeah, it was a hell of a victory. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I had that parlay bet that I was telling you guys about, and obviously I didn't hit it because I picked the under, and obviously the game was over, so wasted that bet. But thank you to my cousin, Joe Mazzaro. Shout out to him. He wanted to put $200 on the Chiefs, so it was him, his buddy, and myself. We put 200 apiece, so 600 in total. Winning about $1,200. That was the payout, and we hit, Chiefs money line via Barstool Sportsbook. So shout out to those guys. I use them for my sports bets, and yeah, we won some money. So yeah, congrats for me, I guess. And then I hit a Super Bowl square, so it wasn't too bad. Didn't hit my parlay bet, but hit my other bet and hit a football square. So I did win some money. The Bryce won some money for Super Bowl 57, so I can't complain too much. But yeah, this game is officially over. And the NFL is officially done. And so now we got the XFL starting this Saturday, so that's going to be a really interesting one. And obviously you guys got the USFL coming in April. You got Michigan Panthers hosting two teams, the Philadelphia Stars, I do believe they're called. I don't know. I got to check up on that, but yeah, they're hosting in Ford Field, both teams. So should be an interesting league. And then the XFL, obviously hosted by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, The Rock himself, and his ex-wife, Dana Garcia. They're running the show really this time around, so it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna have to check out some games this weekend. You got one at 3 and then another one at 8:30, and then there's 2 games on Sunday as well for the XFL. But yeah, the NFL's done, so now we gotta look forward to the draft, and that should be an interesting one. I hope the Lions really focus on defense because obviously their defense needs a lot of work. I would say get a linebacker or maybe another edge rusher to help out Aiden Hutchinson, and then linebackers maybe help out Malcolm Rodriguez. Get to the quarterback, make some plays, defend receivers and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully the Lions make the right choices in the draft. They got the number 6 pick and the 18th pick, so 2 first-round picks. Obviously the 6th pick is from the Rams when we traded Matthew Stafford for that pick, and then 18th pick is just where we're at. Obviously, we finished second in the NFC North this year. A strong finish for the Detroit Lions. Hopefully they can follow up going into next season. Their odds to win the Super Bowl, I think, is like 2,500 right now. It was at like 15,000 before last year, and then after last year, and then this year. I saw it on Instagram. I saw it on one of my pages I follow on Instagram, Woodward Sports. So shout out to those guys. Their odds have definitely dropped. So a lot of people are believing in the Lions, man. I mean, we'll see what happens, but how they finished this year, that was really impressive. I really liked how they finished. It's just unfortunate we got our asses kicked by the Carolina Panthers. We got shut out by the New England Patriots on the road. We blew the game against Minnesota Vikings week 3 when we had the lead going into the fourth quarter. So we win those games. I mean, who knows? But, new season, new clean slate. Hopefully the Lions can make it to the playoffs and, just pray, I guess. And then we'll see what they do in the draft. So, yeah, we got the draft coming up. And then, as I mentioned, we got the XFL. That league starting this weekend. And you got the USFL starting in April. So, yeah, Super Bowl 57, guys. Great Super Bowl. I liked it. I enjoyed myself. Rihanna, she did okay. She did okay in the Super Bowl halftime show. I don't really watch those. I mean, if it's not hard rock, I'm not really interested. But yeah, she was okay, I guess. She's pregnant, so that's good. Congrats to her. And yeah, great game. Patrick Mahomes, climbing that ceiling, man. He's definitely the best quarterback in the NFL right now. He leads that pack, like I mentioned before. The new age of quarterbacks, led by him, Patrick Mahomes. Then you got Justin Herbert, you got Trevor Lawrence, you got Josh Allen, you got Jalen Hurts, all those guys, Lamar Jackson even, Jared Goff. I mean, if you want to throw his name on there, Tua Tagovailoa. Hopefully he stays healthy, but Patrick Mahomes, he is that leader, and he proved it in the Super Bowl. So yeah, great Super Bowl. Chiefs win 38-35. I hope you guys won some money. Hopefully you guys ate some good food, and hopefully you guys enjoyed yourself, because that was a good Super Bowl. So yeah, you got that going on, and hopping over to the XFL. So yeah, as I mentioned, the league starts this weekend, Saturday, February 18th. 3 p.m. is the first game. You got the Vegas Vipers going up against the Arlington Renegades. That should be an interesting one. And then later that night, you got at 8:30 p.m. you got the Orlando Guardians going up against the Houston Roughnecks. I think Bob Stoops coaches one of these teams. He's the former, obviously, head coach of the Oklahoma Sooners. He was a coach there for a really long time, ever since I was a little kid. So I think he's in there. Hines Ward, I do believe, is a coach as well, former wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So yeah, some big names in the XFL. So you got that going on. And then obviously 2 games on Sunday for the XFL. You got the St. Louis Battlehawks going against the San Antonio Brahmas, like the Brahma Bowl, like The Rock used to. That was one of his nicknames. And then later that night, 8 p.m., you got the CLC Dragons going up against the DC Defenders. And my cousin, shout out to him, Trevor Opaleski, I think he was trying out for the CLC Dragons, or hanging out with some of the players, so that's pretty cool. So you got that going on as well. But yeah, the XFL starts this weekend, so I'm going to actually check it out, because you know me, guys, I love my football. I'm a football fanatic, so I'm going to check it out, see how it is, see if it's legit. It sounds interesting. Obviously anything with The Rock involved, I'm all for it. And he's the man, and I like his work, so we'll definitely have to check it out this year. The Brides will definitely have to check out some games and go from there. So yeah, check out the XFL, watch it with your friends, and yeah, it should be interesting. They're trying to compete with the NFL. I don't know if that's going to be possible, because the NFL's got all the money, all the TV deals, all the TV rights, the talent, but we'll see. Lots of good players could come out of the XFL. So yeah, XFL, 2 games Saturday, 2 games Sunday, so check them out this weekend. So you got that going on, and then we're going to finish this episode. So yeah, it's a little short episode today, but we're going to finish with the UFC schedule. So obviously this past Saturday we had Islam Makhachev defending the UFC lightweight title against Alexander Volkanovski, and let me tell you something, that was a great fight. That was the best fight of the night, and obviously it's the main event, so it makes sense that it was the best fight. But man, a lot of controversy. A lot of people thought Volkanovski won, and I think he won too. Saw highlights of the 5th round, and he was beating the crap out of Makhachev. I don't know. The scoring's kind of weird. I mean, the judge who scored the 49-46. I mean, all the 2 other judges scored at 48-47, because it was a close fight. But then 49-46, like, where do you get that from? Out of his ass? I mean, that was a really close fight. I think, if anything, it should have been like a draw or a split decision, not a unanimous decision win for Islam Makhachev. I mean, don't get me wrong, he performed well. But, when you take a guy down and you don't do any damage, that shouldn't count as anything. So, and Volkanovski, I mean, he was giving Islam everything he had. I mean, he was punching him, kicking him. I mean, that was Islam's biggest challenge to date in his mixed martial arts career. I mean, Volkanovski, I love his style too. He just comes out there and he means business, man. He's trying to knock you out, finish the fight, and go home and be happy. But yeah, it was a great fight nonetheless. One of the better fights I've seen in a while. And then even before that, the Yair Rodriguez fight against Josh Emmett, that was a great fight as well. Yair Rodriguez looked really good. Those leg kicks, man, I mean, Jesus, very, very hard, very, with intent, very aggressive with those leg kicks. So that was a good fight. But yeah, the pay-per-view was good overall. So definitely a lot of controversy surrounding the main event, but it is what it is. I'm sure we'll see a rematch down the line. But yeah, definitely some controversy, but it was a good pay-per-view. I'm glad I watched it. I hope you guys watched it as well. That was UFC 284. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. But now we got UFC 285 coming up next month, March 4th. We got Jon Jones, the return of Jon Jones, obviously one of the biggest names in mixed martial arts today. He's making his debut at the heavyweight division. He's going to go up against Ciryl Gane for the UFC heavyweight title. As you guys know, Francis Ngannou, the former champion, got released, had to relinquish his title. So now you got these guys going at it. So it's going to be interesting. I want to see how Jon Jones I want to see how he performs at the heavyweight division. I mean, he's a big boy now. He's going up against the big boys. And then Ciryl Gane, I mean, he is aggressive, man. He is a monster. So we'll see what happens. But Jon Jones making his return to the UFC after being off for over almost 3 years. So, yeah, Saturday, March 4th, UFC 285, 10 p.m. Check it out. And then you got Valentina Shevchenko defending her title against Alexa Grasso. That's going to be an interesting fight as well. But, yeah, two title fights, the return of Jon Jones making his debut at the heavyweight division. It's going to be interesting stuff. It's going to be an interesting fight for sure. So you got that going on. And then the next fight after that, March 11th, you got Petr Yan going up against Merab Dvalishvili. That's going to be interesting. I want to see how Petr Yan bounces back after losing to Sean O'Malley in that close fight a few months back. See if he can get back on the winning track there. So you got that going on. And then UFC 286, March 18th. You got Leon Edwards defending the UFC welterweight title against Kamaru Usman. Obviously, this is a rematch from the last time they fought. Usman was the welterweight champion defending against Leon Edwards, dominating the whole fight. And then the 5th round, he gets kicked in the head and knocks him out, and Leon Edwards becomes champion. So we'll see what happens this time. I think this pay-per-view is in England, so that's Leon Edwards' backyard. So we'll see how that affects Kamaru Usman for sure. But I think he should be all right. And then lightweight fight. You got Justin Gaethje going up against Rafael Fiziev. Fiziev. That's going to be an interesting one as well. Seen some highlights on that Rafael guy. He hits hard for sure. And then Justin Gaethje, obviously, we all know how he competes. So, yeah, that's going to be the next one. UFC 286, Saturday, March 18th. That should be interesting. And then you got Marlon Chito Vera going against Corey Sandhagen. That's the next fight night, March 25th. So that's going to be a good one there. Holly Holm making her return as well. And then UFC 287, April 8th, Saturday, April 8th. You got Alex Pereira defending the UFC middleweight title against Israel Adesanya. Obviously, this is a rematch from a few months back when Alex Pereira beat Adesanya for the UFC middleweight title. So now they're going to run it back. Should be an interesting one there. And then you got Gilbert Burns going up against Jorge Masvidal in the welterweight bout. So I think that one is going to be a good one as well. And then you got Max Holloway going up against Arnold Allen down the road, April 15th, Saturday, April 15th. So that's going to be a good one. So, yeah, lots of good fights in the next few months here for the UFC. So, yeah, check them out. Watch it with your friends and family. I'm going to check them out as well. You know, I'm really curious how Jon Jones is going to compete in the heavyweight division. I just want to see him, see how big he is and how he moves around and stuff in the octagon against Ciryl Gane, March 4th in a few weeks. So you got that going on. But yeah, that's it, guys. So thank you so much for joining me, the Bryce. Appreciates you guys being here, listening to me talk about sports, doing what I love to do. You know, I talk about all major sports. I do my best to not heavily publicize football, but mix a little bit of hockey, basketball, baseball, mixed martial arts, all those sports, any big news going on. So I appreciate that. And then just before we end the episode today, I just want to give my thoughts and prayers to everyone affected by the Michigan State University shooting that happened Monday night. I mean, another tragic situation. You know, it's just sad that this is our world today. We can't even go anywhere without looking over our shoulder, seeing if there's a crazy person out there or gunmen, you know, just shooting people. I mean, it's sad. It really is. You know, I have nieces and nephews, and I worry about them going to school or going to the park or going to, you know, the movies or whatever. There's a lot of crazy fucking people out there, man, and it's just sad that this is our reality now. So my thoughts and prayers out to Michigan State. Obviously, you guys know I'm a big Michigan guy, but, you know, rivalry aside, this is real life. This is talking about innocent human beings, lives being taken. And, yeah, it's just sad. It really is. So my thoughts and prayers to everyone affected by the Michigan State shooting that happened this past Monday night. And hopefully we can all heal down the line. So, yeah. My thoughts and prayers, guys. It's just tragic. Really sorry that happened to you guys. So yeah, Spartan Strong, and that's how I'm going to end the episode today. So Spartan Strong, take care, guys. Enjoy the weekend. This episode's going to be available later today, so be on the lookout for that. And that's basically it. So yeah, Smart and Strong. Stay safe out there, guys.